Hola amigos! Today we're diving into the vibrant, colorful, and meaningful traditions that make Christmas in Mexico one of a kind. Christmas in Mexico isn't just about Christmas Day, it's a whole season of celebration filled with traditions, food, family, and faith. Let's explore how Mexicans celebrate one of the most beloved holidays of the year. Of course, Christmas wouldn't be complete without decorations. In Mexico, the Nativity scene is a beloved tradition. Families set up detailed depictions of the birth of Jesus, complete with figurines of Mary, Joseph, and the manger scene. Christmas trees are also common, and they're often adorned with brightly colored lights and ornaments. Homes and streets sparkle with festive cheer, and it's hard not to feel the Christmas spirit all around. One of the most beloved traditions during Christmas in Mexico is Las Posadas, a beautiful and deeply religious custom that spans 9 nights, from December 16th to December 24th. Las Posadas symbolizes the journey of Mary and Joseph, searching for a place to stay in Bethlehem before the birth of Jesus. Each night, families and communities come together in a procession, reenacting the search for lodging. The word posada literally means inn or shelter, and this tradition is a way to honor the struggles Mary and Joseph faced as they looked for a place to stay. As the pilgrims walk, the group sings a traditional posada song and knock on the doors of homes, asking for posada or shelter. At each stop, a person or group inside the house refuses to open the door, symbolizing the lack of room in Bethlehem, until finally a door opens, welcoming the group inside. Once the door is opened, the group is welcomed. They gather around the Nativity and begin praying a rosary. They do the same for 9 consecutive nights, which is called a novena. The novena is a way to spiritually prepare for the birth of Jesus, and it is an essential part of the posadas. Each night, after the procession and entrance to the host home, the group prays the joyful mysteries of the rosary together. The joyful mysteries are prayed all 9 days because they reflect on the Annunciation to the Virgin Mary, her journey with Joseph, and the birth of Christ. It's a moment of reflection and devotion as families come together to remember the true meaning of Christmas, the arrival of Christ. After the prayer of the rosary, the host has hot chocolate and traditional Mexican bread for the pilgrims, the group seeking posada, to enjoy. And now, let's talk about one of the most fun traditions of all, the piñata. The piñata is a key part of Mexican Christmas celebrations, especially during Las Posadas. This colorful star-shaped decoration is filled with candy, fruit, and sometimes small toys, and it's hung up for children to hit with a stick while blindfolded. But did you know that the piñata also has a deeper meaning? The history of the piñata goes all the way back to ancient Mexico, long before Christmas. Indigenous people like the Aztecs would fill clay pots with seeds and break them as part of their celebrations. The piñata we know today, though, was influenced by Spanish missionaries in the 16th century, who used it as a teaching tool to spread Christian values. The traditional posada piñata is a 7-cone piñata, each representing one of the 7 deadly sins: pride, envy, lust, gluttony, anger, greed, and sloth. The bright colors of the piñata represent the temptations of sin. The act of hitting it with a stick symbolizes the struggle against evil, while the act of breaking the piñata symbolizes overcoming these temptations and achieving a spiritual victory. This design is deeply rooted in Catholic tradition, used as a teaching tool to explain the concept of sin and redemption. Now, let's talk about Christmas Eve, or Nochebuena, the most important night of the Christmas season in Mexico. On the evening of December 24th, families gather for the last day of the posada, have a big feast, and reconnect with loved ones and celebrate together. Another heartwarming tradition takes place on Christmas Eve, the Canto al Niño Dios, a beautiful custom of singing to the baby Jesus. Families gather around the nativity scene and rock the lifelike figurine of the baby Jesus while singing Alaroro Niño, a lullaby to baby Jesus, gently rocking the baby Jesus to sleep as if comforting him with their voices. It's a tender moment that brings everyone closer as they celebrate the miracle of Christ's birth. After singing to baby Jesus, he is passed around so everyone can give him a kiss before he is placed in the manger. This is a way to honor and welcome the birth of baby Jesus. After the final posada, Mexicans gather for a meal, a feast for the senses. Traditional dishes include tamales, pozole, turkey, marinated pork loin, and romeritos, a type of plant cooked with mole. For dessert, they enjoy a sweet Christmas fruit salad or buñuelos, and of course to drink there's ponche, a warm fruity punch, or champurrado, a thick, warm, and sweet Mexican drink made with chocolate, masa, and piloncillo. After dinner, many Mexicans attend Misa de Gallo, or the Midnight Mass. This is a beautiful Catholic tradition where families come together to celebrate the birth of Jesus. At the church, you'll hear carols, and the service is filled with light, joy, and prayer. The Christmas Mass is an essential part of the holiday for many, highlighting the religious significance of Christmas in Mexico. Now, Christmas in Mexico is celebrated with lots of joy, warmth, and tradition. But when it comes to gifts, things can be a little different than what you might expect. Unlike Christmas Day, when gifts are exchanged in many countries, Mexican children traditionally do not receive gifts on Christmas. They receive their presents on Dia de Reyes, or Three Kings Day, which is celebrated on January 6th to honor the biblical story of the three wise men who brought gifts to baby Jesus. On the night of January 5th, kids often leave their shoes out, hoping the three kings will fill them with toys and treats. Christmas in Mexico is a time for family, faith, and fun. Whether it's the lively posadas, the joy of Nochebuena, or the sacred moments of kissing the baby Jesus, it's a unique blend of traditions that make the season truly special. So, what do you think? Do you celebrate Christmas differently from how it is celebrated in Mexico? Are there any traditions you would like to include in your Christmas celebration? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. We will be adding more videos so you can learn about other Hispanic traditions. Thank you so much for watching,